Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the United Way for the Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest player ratings. Here's your Manchester United player ratings for the game against Nottingham Forest. Manchester United get the job done against Forest at the City Ground. All thanks to Casemiro getting the late goal to get us the job done. Manchester United did win 1-0. And yeah, it's all thanks to a decent whipped in cross from Bruno for a free kick and a good headed finish from Casemiro. I mean, look, it wasn't a great game by any stretch of imagination. Manchester United were poor, to say the least. The player ratings, look, you may agree, may disagree, but let us know your thoughts on the game and give us your player ratings as well. Starting 11 only. The subs will be won't be up there, but it'll just be a quick edit. And let us know your man of the match as well, right, Ten Hag, and all that good stuff. But until then, before we get stuck into the video, like the video, comment your player ratings and manager rating, and let us know your player of the match. And subscribe and hit the notification bell to get notified every time we publish a video or go live. Follow our socials, links in the description. So we'll start off with the man you can see who goes by the name of Andre Onana. Now I am doing these ratings late at night, so apologies if I'm not speaking loud enough. Oops. But yeah, we'll start off with Onana today. Look, Onana had a few crucial saves to make against Nottingham Forest. A few decent saves, a few simple saves straight at him. I wouldn't sit here and say he didn't have a lot to do because he had a bit, okay? And he kept a clean sheet, which is obviously a positive for him and defence. And Onana, for me, hasn't been poor, but you still don't know what to expect from him. You feel like he still has a mistake or two in him. And hopefully I'm wrong, fingers crossed. And hopefully we don't see those mistakes we see him when he came in again. Hopefully he gets better and better and better as the season goes on, as his career goes on at Manchester United. Look, you had a few crucial saves to make, a few decent moments, and look, I'm just going to give him a 6. And you may disagree with me on that. Some might say just give him an average 5, but 6 is being the average. So if you get a 6 average game, you don't want you to do. Simple as that. But yeah, look, he done what he kind of had to do. A few decent saves, a few times where the saves were good saves. Again, a few were at him as well. And I'll say decision making was reasonably sound as well. You know, that's what I'd go and say. But we'll move in to Sofiane Amrabat, who was left back once again. Amrabat, left back. Look, it's not his main position. It's not his favourite position. We all know his favourable position, or his main position, is the midfielder. He's a CDM or central midfielder, whatever you want to go for. And I just felt like today he was okay. A few good moments, and he was kind of like he was an inverted left back, so left back midfielder. He was kind of swapping and changing. I felt like he was actually more of a midfielder. You look at Zinchenko with Arsenal, who is more of a left back, but can be a bit of both. But look, I have nothing really bad to say about Amrabat. I mean, it's been a while since he started again. Manchester United. He came on a few times, but hasn't started. And look, I'm just going to give him an average 5. Didn't really have to do much. Done what he had to do. I felt like he could have done better against Divock Origi, though. You know, I thought out of the two of them, I thought Amrabat would have more pace. Origi is more physicality. He's bigger, he's taller. But you think Amrabat would have won on the pace. And look, Divock Origi's not really all that. Even at Liverpool, he wasn't really all that. And yeah, Origi didn't score. There were times where Amrabat could have done better. And you know, Amrabat is not a left back. I get that. But I'm just giving him a 5 just because of that. Look, am I surprised we've seen Amrabat left back since the injuries you've had to the left back position? No. Was I surprised when I seen the starting 11 and he was playing left back? No, not by any stretch of the imagination. My expectation was maybe Maguire being out, Lindelof left back, Varane, Evans, or Kambala, and then Dalot, whatever you want to go for. But look, I'm going to give Amrabat a simple 5, and look, let us know your thoughts on the two player rounds I've given so far. Next up is the Rolls Royce Raphael Varane. Look, Varane tonight looked a bit shaky at times. You know what I mean? There was times where we thought he had the ball controlled and he lost it. There was times where he did lose the ball a few times, not a lot, I'd say maybe I wouldn't say a handful of times. I'd say maybe less. But there was times where there was a bit of a hairy moment, shaky moment. I think there was a time when the ball came down, and I think he bit of bad placement, bit of bad foot, bit of bad touch with the ball, and I think it was Awoniyi got through. Look, it was all settled in the end. Thank God. But look, we'll start off, and I'll just give Rafael Varane a 5. The defense today looked a little bit vulnerable. It wasn't the strongest. Varane didn't look himself, even though we got the clean sheet. Again, Nottingham Forest weren't really all that tonight either. Both sets of sides weren't firing. And I think anyone would agree with me on that sense. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on Varane. Don't get me wrong, he wasn't bad. He's one thing about Varane is he's very calm, cool, and composed player at times. He's sort of the leader at the back. He has the experience. He has physicality. Just think he doesn't have his pace. And when he loses the ball and he's up against a quick attacker, he gets it. Then he's like, oh shit. Then he looks shaky. Then he looks a bit crap. But yeah, look, Varane a 5. Next up is the Iceman, Victor Lindelof. I mean, same as Varane, a 5. Pretty average game. Didn't really do much wrong. There was times where he was a bit poor. There was times where him and Varane, or even him and Dalot, were sort of, crossing paths. Where I think it was in the second half, Awoniyi, and then it was Dalot and Lindelof, and the both of them just ran nearly ran into each other. There was a bit of lack of communication there. Lindelof, the thing about Lindelof is he's not going to try and do a lot on the ball. The way look at Martinez, where he tries to do a bit on the ball when he has the ball. Lindelof and even Varane are just give me the ball and I'll get it up the pitch. I'll get it to the fullback or to the midfielder or to the winger just to get there. They're not going to do anything long balls. They're going to get the ball to their feet and then try and move it up the pitch. That's all they're going to do. Nothing special. No long balls, no hops and solos, something like that. Just try and get the ball along as much as they can. And yeah, Lindelof, I'm going to give a 5. Next up is Diogo Dalot. Look, Dalot today was okay. I think the defence in general was just average, decent. Got done what they had to do, got the clean sheet. Again, like I said, the defence did look vulnerable at times, and Dalot's been a good player for Manchester United this season. He looks better. He looks a lot more cool and calm. And look at that right back position over the years, which are Gary Neville's and all the others and all that sort of stuff. Antonio Valencia. Antonio Valencia, what a player, and down that right hand side. Dalot. Well, Dalot hasn't really put up a wrong in recent games. I'm not going to say so far this season because then that'd be a bit, yourself. But Dalot was okay today. He always does what he has to do, clears the ball, gets it out of trouble, gets himself out of trouble, gets his teammates out of trouble. Yeah, the time of him and Lindelof where none of them knew where they were going. Was it Lindelof going for Awoniyi? Was it Dalot going for Awoniyi? Awoniyi got through. I think it was Awoniyi, but look, it was all safe in the end from Andre Onana. And look, some would say why, but I'm going to give Dalot a 6. I like Dalot this season. I've always preferred Wan-Bissaka over him, but Dalot this season, you can tell he's Ten Hag prefers him more than Wan-Bissaka. I know someone would say, how can he say that Wan-Bissaka's fit when Wan-Bissaka's not fit? Sorry, when Wan-Bissaka is available, Ten Hag still goes for Dalot. It's as simple as that. And look, Dalot's a good left back. Yeah, he plays left back. He's good there as well, but he's mainly a good right back. And I like what he does. I mean, look, man, the match should be up between him and Casemiro. That's just what I'm going to go for. But you see, man, the match at the end. For me, I'm going to give Diogo Dalot a 6. Average. I'll go for. Next up is the goal scorer, the winner, who is Casemiro, and we'll start off by giving him a 6. Now, some would say, why are you going to give him a 6 when I say this? Before I say, the reason why I'm giving him a 6 is because of the goal. If it wasn't for him, we don't get that. I know, say maybe some would say, well, if it wasn't for Bruno, maybe. But Casemiro's there at the right time. He got the goal. And I did say it smells of a winner. I did say McTominay winner, but I said it smells of winner. That's enough for me. But yeah, before the goal, he wasn't great. Bit slow, wasn't quick, sluggish, lost the ball. Look, things about Casemiro was you always look at him as an experienced player. We look at him as the Casemiro you've seen at Real Madrid or the Casemiro you've seen play for Manchester City last season, where he had a good game day in, day out. And if he had a bad game, it was a 1 or 2, maybe 3 game bad spell. After that, it was back to himself. For this season, he's been, I wouldn't say hot and cold. He's been just, the performances haven't been like they were last season. And that goes with the rest of the team as well. The performances everyone had last season when they were good, just, it's been there. And then it's just like it gone to there. So look, he did get the winner. And he is getting a 6 because of that. If he doesn't get that winner, it's probably a 5 or 5. That's it. I wouldn't go anything lower than that. Not a 4, not a 3, not a 2, not a 1. No way. But he does get a 6 just for the reason he got the goal. But before the goal, he just didn't seem to be, him and McTominay just didn't seem to be clicking. And I just didn't rate it. And look, as far as I'm concerned, he got us the winner. He's the reason why we're through to the Carabao Cup, to the FA Cup quarterfinals against Liverpool. And look, I'm going to give him a 6 and I'll move on. Next up, got McTominay, the man we were just talking about, the Scotsman. I'm going to start off by giving him a 4. I know. Again, the reason why Casemiro is getting a 6 is because of the goal. And you know yourself. And I'm sure I play around as simple as. But look, 4 for McTominay. I just didn't think he was great today. There was times where he, again, same with Casemiro, we lost the ball, the passing, the movement, the getting back. Because McTominay's not a quick player, but still, look, flat, poor. Didn't like you do. You sometimes when he goes forward, everyone goes with him. Then you just to give it back. He just doesn't have that go forwards. He just doesn't have. Look at Bruno. When Bruno goes forward, when Bruno looks forward, he's not looking to his left or his right or what's behind him. He's looking forward. Nothing else. When McTominay looks forward, like, shit. Like, there was a time where McTominay could have given it through to Rashford. I'm not just giving him 4 because of this moment, but it's an example where he could have given it through to Marcus Rashford and he gave it back to Bruno. We lose the ball and we're back in a situation again. Just didn't seem to be at it. And yeah, I'm going to give him a 4. Next up is the captain, the man I just spoke about, is Bruno Fernandes, and I'm going to give him a 5. Again, the 5 is because of the assist. That's all. That's all. Bruno today wasn't great. Kept giving the ball away. Decision making. Seeing a lot of people saying low IQ. When we done the post match reaction, someone said low IQ to Bruno Fernandes. Look, Bruno just hasn't been himself this season, and maybe some would say last season too, but most importantly this season. His playmaking, his decision making, his crosses, his passing, his attitude on the pitch. He's meant to be a leader, which he may be, but he's not acting like one verbally. And it does worry about Bruno Fernandes because we know what the player he can be. When Bruno's good, he's good. When he's shit, he's shit. And we've seen that this season. When he's shit, and when he's good, he's good. Bruno, again, this season has been hot and cold, but more to the cold side than the hot, but you know what I mean? Would I drop him? No, because then you know when he's not on the pitch. And Ten Hag's never going to drop his captain, and simple as that. But I just wouldn't drop him. I've seen a lot of people saying, drop Bruno, drop Bruno, drop Bruno. Why? He's meant to be a playmaker, he's our attacking midfielder. He's meant to be the man in the middle, he's meant to be the vocal man in the midfield because he's the captain. And look, I wouldn't be saying get rid of him, do this, do that. But his attitude is a bit, poor. His decision making, poor. His cross is just, he just doesn't seem to be it. And he gave the ball away a few times tonight as well. And his attitude just wasn't it. It was actions just weren't seem to be it. But look, he got the assist to the winning goal. And that's why he's getting a 5 from me. Next up is Alejandro Garnacho, and we'll start off with giving Garnacho a 5. Well, Garnacho today wasn't at his best. He was not quiet, but just wasn't to speed. And look, obviously Forrest, the right back up against Garnacho, was obviously going to have his, he obviously had a bit, he you kind of have to work it out. You probably learned a lot about Garnacho because Garnacho's that kind of player. He likes to take a player on, gets his head down and gets stuck in. I think it wasn't bad tonight. There was times where he got into the box, looked at threat, tried to get the ball into the middle of the box. Just wasn't working out for him. And look, that's the reason why I'm going to give him a 5. Wasn't bad, but wasn't great. Look, we knew it was always going to be tough against Nottingham Forest against it that because one thing I knew about noticed about Nottingham Forest defenders, they're physical and aggressive. It is. But look, to us, that's just maybe to Manchester United, to a proper team who can play proper football, they'd say, yeah, come on, they're shit. But that's just how it is. But Garnacho, a 5. Next up is Anthony. Anthony. I swore I put down a 4, but a 5 again. Wasn't bad, but he just keeps doing the same thing, trying to cut in on that left foot. Tries to do all these lovely, beautiful Brazilian skills that you done at Ajax. You can't get away with those skills in the Prem or even the FA Cup. You just can't get away with it in English football, even in the Champions League, any European competition or domestic, especially English. I just don't know what to think of him, and he's getting a 5, and I swore I put down a 4. I'm not even joking. But even Alan Shearer said it. He tries to do the same thing, tries to cut in on the left foot, tries to cut in on the left-hand side to try and shoot with his left foot to goal it in, and he doesn't do it. And he says for a player that you spent a lot of money for, he's not doing what he should be doing. And I just worry about Anthony. And look, I was not surprised that Anthony started because it was mentioned in the press conference for the Forest game. Ten Hag backed him, so it's just like I said, I'm gonna back him. I'm gonna try out because then he'd be like, "Oh, you back him, but you're not playing him." So I feel like that's just what it was about. But look, I'm gonna give Anthony a 5. And that's all. What do you think of Anthony? Not being there for me this season, very poor. Poor since he came to Manchester United. He had that good game against Arsenal. Then after that, next up, Rashford. Plays striker. We all know he's not a striker. He plays striker against Nottingham Forest. He's shite as a striker. I know he's not the greatest as a left winger this season, but last season, you get away with being a striker, but he's not a striker. Rashford he has pace on the left hand side. He struggles to take on 2 players, but if it's one player, he likes to get in on the left hand side and just whip the ball in, get it across, or at least cut in right foot. He does more on the left wing than he does striker. But his positioning in the past 2 games, Fulham and Forest, haven't been great. Even I know playing those positions aren't your strongest, but try and get into good positions, good moments, have a go, have good body language. His body language has been a problem. His position has been a problem, and his decisions haven't been great. And that's just not on this game, but it has been a problem in this game tonight. He was very quiet, struggled against the defence, and just doesn't look to be it. And look, again, another rating for the Mancunian lad is a 4. I hate to say it, but it has to be done. Let us know what you think of Rashford. Next up is the boss, Ten Hag, and I'll just start off by giving him a 6. Look, you look at the team that he started. I can't fault him. Look at the injuries we have, the limited options. We got the win, so for him, it looks well for him in the end. He came on under pressure, so I'm just going to give him a nice average 6. But my player of the match is the goal scorer, Casemiro. Look, I'm glad he got the win. I'm glad we got the win. And he is my player of the match just for that reason. The ball's between him and Diogo Dalot. Maybe Amrabat would have been in there. Don't know. But look, that has been the Manchester United player ratings for the win against Nottingham Forest. Let us know your player ratings in the comment section below from the players who started. And also the subs. I'll give a 5 to Ahmad and a 5 to, I think, US Command. I'll give a 5 to the subs. I'm at a 5.5 just to be nice. But look, that has been the Manchester United player ratings. Let us know your thoughts on my player ratings. Give us your player ratings in the comment section below and player of the match. And rate Ten Hag. That's been the player ratings video. Check out the shows we're doing, watch along and post match, and even the pre-match build before. But that's been the player ratings. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one.